Hi, Peter. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, good morning, Steve. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Story here is artificial intelligence investments boosting office properties. We've seen office property vacancy fall to 18.8%. Rent grew 0.2% in the second quarter. We're seeing AI investments rise in the tech sector. Nearly half of those AI job postings are in some office markets that really could use it. San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Seattle. Of course, San Jose is on that list also of getting a lot of AI job postings. According to Forbes, 43 of the world's 50 biggest AI companies are headquartered in the US, and most of them are in California, followed by New York, Texas, and one in Massachusetts. Uh, with only one of those companies being fully remote. And we're seeing it give, especially San Francisco, whose office sector can really use it, a boost in terms of the AI investment, which, according to PitchBook, venture capitalists have been investing over 11 billion in May alone into artificial intelligence startups, as well as we're seeing established companies also investing in AI. In one CNBC survey, I think 63% of the companies reported accelerating their AI investments, and none of the companies surveyed reported not investing in artificial intelligence. So we actually are seeing this be a thing, AI helping to support some office occupancy, particularly in some markets like San Francisco that really, really do need any support they can get. Your thoughts on AI?
Well, AI is here to stay. There's no doubt about that. It is the current rage of Wall Street, although there's been some recent declines in the AI stocks. But when you think about real estate, yeah, I think AI is going to continue to grow. And what is very interesting to me is the concentration in California. I don't know how long that will last because mature companies are uh, moving elsewhere, making other plans in expansion. But AI startups, I guess not surprisingly, are in California, most of them in Northern California. You mentioned other states, Texas and Massachusetts, and I think they just have a sprinkling of what's going on in California. So that is going to positively affect real estate. And the startups, being smaller in nature, will be taking either doing subleasing or the owners will be carving up uh, the existing property to make room for smaller company startups. So, it's a good thing. It is positively affecting the real estate market, and I believe will continue to do so.
Yeah, just your point there. Then the Forbes ranking they did, they found 43 of the 50 biggest AI companies are in the U.S. And to your point about California, 35 California, and then that was followed by four New York, two
Uh,
Texas, and just one Massachusetts. So yeah, it's pretty heavy to California, and I'm gonna guess probably all of those are Silicon Valley based. So what you have in Silicon Valley is what they call a talent cluster. It's like if you want to make movies, you go to
yeah.
Hollywood. If you want to, really do a really kind of emerging technology, you go to Silicon Valley, and the ventures there, your financing is there, your PR and marketing is there, that the talent is there. To my mind, though, one of the things this is kind of saying is the whole remote work stuff was a little overblown. That
Yeah.
that you when you really need to get a product to market as fast as possible, and it's a product that takes a lot of brain power. You want the people in the office, sometimes with sleeping bags, but you want them in the office. And personally, from being in the valley, I do think that we've recently seen a fair chunk of layoffs in some of these companies, and some of the people who very easily could work remotely are now gone. um, I think there was actually a fair amount of folks there that just weren't needed. And once you kind of drill down to really having teams working as high functional as they can, it tends to be in office. So I do think that's another thing. To your point about AI, yeah, it's here. Most of these companies are going to fail. That's the model. you have with new technologies, but some of them are going to succeed. And artificial intelligence is definitely going to be here. It's not all going to be chat GPT. Some of it's going to be industrial uses. The Air Force is starting to fly F-16 fighters and dogfights with no pilots in them. So the technology is for real. It's not always going to be benign. There's going to be a lot of different uses for it. But I totally agree with you that this is real. It's going to help drive the tech sector. Probably, I don't think we probably both agree it's not single-handedly going to save San Francisco downtown office, though.
Save San Francisco. It may have a positive impact. And, the engineering initiatives are collaborative in nature. And I think that's part of the magnet that is drawing people back into the offices away from remote jobs. So, that's a good thing. AI is very complicated, and as it reaches out into many sectors, it takes enhanced knowledge that just doesn't come out of computer science. So it's collaborative in nature. I think we're going to see the government sponsoring, the federal government, and probably through defense agencies, but sponsoring more AI development and therefore jobs.
Yeah, I think we both agree this is definitely a positive for some markets, particularly San Francisco, that really need it. Probably not going to single-handedly save the San Francisco market. And it also is kind of indicative of the remote trend might be a little bit overblown. I mean, and we may still see hybrid work with people out of the office and in the office. But the idea that you're going to be able to work on, especially a technology as cutting edge as this, with teams dispersed and never seeing each other, I think was overblown, which is also good for the property markets.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, thanks for the insights, Peter.
Okay, see you again, Steve.